Bobby Beach here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is Tariq and the Tejeda Saga. When it comes down to it, I told you guys I think a Power Book 2 goes as the Tejeda Saga. Because personally, I thought the Tejedas were going to come, and they were going to be around like maybe the first season, or first two seasons, and then go away. And Tariq would have been around a whole other group of people, like a whole other, team, a gang, a whole other, thing of drug dudes, whatever it may be, a different family, whatever. I did not think that Tejedas was going to be, that much in the center of Book 2 Ghosts as much as they have been. And that's the reason why I call Book 2 Ghosts the Tejeda Saga, because technically it is. When it comes down to it, I thought that the Tejedas and Tariq would have had probably like the end towards season 2, and they would have split up and did their own thing, with Tariq doing his thing and the Tejedas still being around, but kind of in the background, not really out there like that. But they've been there with Tariq since the beginning of Book 2. Like, they've always been right there with him. They've been the main characters right alongside him, along with Braden and Effie and Tate. Tate was a very unexpected character that played a bigger role in Book 2 Ghosts than we thought, because he was supposed to get a spinoff that was going to lead into Power, originally Book 4 influence, but became Book 5 influence, and then that just got canceled. So when it comes down to it, basically, this Tejeda Saga, what do you think about it? Personally, I think that it is a very good story in the Power universe. Power Book 2 Ghosts, to me, is very different from Book 1, where we had Ghost and Tommy. Ghost and Tommy went and dealt with different crews and different people. And every once in a while, you might get some people that they've dealt with show back up maybe a season or two later. But like on the first season, dealing with Lobos and the cartel, or dealing with like the Jimenez cartel, dealing with Jason and the Serbian mafia, dealing with the Russian mafia. Ghost and Tommy went through different crews. The mafia was involved, the Irish mafia was involved, even though the Irish mafia was really heavy in Book 4 Force more than anything. But they dealt with so many different people. And so I thought that would have been the same thing with Book 2 Ghosts. Like, Tariq would deal with different crews. And even though they have dealt with different crews, the Tejeda has always been technically the main crew Tariq has dealt with during Book 2 Ghosts. So what's going to come after? Because right now we're at the very end of Book 2 Ghosts. We're at the very end of the Tejeda Saga, and potentially Tariq's, if he does not survive this season. I don't know. I personally would say it is one of the best Power stories. Do I think it's better than Book 1? Nah, it is superior, in my opinion, to Book 4 Force. And I think Book 3 Raising Kanan is like really kind of neck and neck with Book 2, because I think some people sleep on Book 2 more than they should, and at the same time you got some people that's like, nah, Book 2 is the worst of the spinoffs, and I'm like, ain't no way in the world, when it's the flagship show and everybody watches it, including you who don't like it. So when it comes down to it, the Tejeda Saga is a pretty good saga. I could see where, in my opinion, they should have went different directions with them. I think Kane should have been left the family for good. I think Drew should have been left a long time ago and pursued his own thing. Diana was the one I really felt was going to stay around a while and wasn't going to leave until the very end, which appears to be happening right now. And I always thought that Monet would eventually lead herself, either end up alone, or she would end up in a situation where she dies. Or some people have told me they believe she's going to end up in prison. So when it comes down to it, I always thought that it would end where I thought, like I said, some of them would have left earlier, some would have stayed. Monet would end up alone because of some of the decisions she has made, because she has shown that she's absolutely about her power. And when you threaten her power, she will come for you. And she don't care who you are. I think the only people who she would probably not have gone against, even for her power, was Zeke and maybe Diana. But other than that, everybody else was on the chopping block if you ever tried to cross her. So when it comes down to it, to me, Power Book 2 Ghost, aka the Tejeda Saga, is one of the best Power stories. I think of it again as something we're going to look back on, because this series is going to get praised a lot over the years for what it is. But at the end of the day, real good series, solid series. I give it a good, so far, 9.5 out of 10. That's pretty much it, man. That's Tejeda Saga. But I'm looking forward to it, because right now, tonight, starts the ending of these final episodes. And so we're going to be wrapping this thing up. But I'm looking forward to it, man. We're going to see what's going to happen. I just want to say to all of you that it's your boy, Bobby Beats here. Just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And hold on. Hey, it's your boy, Bobby Beats.